I'm Joe Bishop Backwoods Survival, Parabellum. Today, I'm actually going to show you my new blowgun. That mouthpiece is turned on a homemade lathe using a drill press. I turned sideways on a vise. I watched the guy on YouTube done, and that's exactly what he made was a mouthpiece for a blowgun. This is a 1/2" conduit pipe. I'm not done with it. I'm going to actually wrap it with some jute string and do some cool decorating to it. But I got to make some darts for it. So my darts today are going to be made out of earplugs and bamboo skewers. So what I have to do, I gotta get a hole through this earplug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up with lighter, but it's kind of breezy out here. I mean, you can't really tell, but we have a breeze going. So, see if I can get this metal dart that I made out of bicycle spoke and some high density polyethylene milk jug, and see if I can get this thing hot enough I can just melt it through that. See my flame flickering all around if I didn't have that breeze. Let's try it anyway. I can't melt it right on through there. It didn't melt. I just kind of pushed it on through. Let that thing come back out how it's supposed to be. Take your bamboo skewer. Push that all the way through like so. Hopefully it come out in the middle. Let your earplug take its form again. Let's try it. This is my first shot with my new blowgun. My daughter comes back here behind me. We're going to be shooting at the string up there, the knotted up string. Man, if that had been a squirrel, he'd been dead, right? So let's go ahead and make another one. Maybe that was just a fluke. You can come back around here and videotape again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the center of that roughly. I'm going to push that up through there like I did last time. I think you'll be alright. I'll put that down there, and I'll do a couple of them, so I got a couple of them ready. I'm going to use these orange ones. These orange ones are pretty bright. I want it. Here, let that one come back up. Back in there. There. Push it over to the end. Give it a minute. Put that in there. That thing fill back out. These are pretty simple darts to make. Don't cost much. There's other kind of darts you can make. You can make paper cone darts, or you can make high density polyethylene darts, or I'm gonna shoot for the rope again. Not bad. Try it one more time. I don't know how good this one's gonna shoot because I ain't wanting to open back up yet. But fill my whole gun. That didn't have any power. But after it fills out, it'd be pretty good. My daughter coming up here and look at this. I think I've done a pretty good job on that. This is 1/2-inch conduit. I put that on my homemade lathe. Got it cranked down. That's actually made out of a piece of it started out about that big around, and then when it dried it had a crack in it, so I took and put it on a chop saw and I chopped it around. So I started out with a piece of like that, kind of wasn't quite octagon, but had that octagon shape to it, and then I put in the homemade lathe and started turning it with a chisel, small chisel, and it come out pretty good. And I had to figure out where the center was, and I took a 3/16 paddle bit, drill bit, and I drilled all the way through, and it actually come out. I kind of amazed myself when I did it. Had to take a piece of sandpaper and put on a piece of dowel rod and kind of go in and out there, because that 3/16 is right. I mean, that's right there at it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some jute string, and I'm going to wrap that jute string around, and then I'm going to put another piece of wood. I'm going to use orange tree wood, and I'm going to turn a place for right there, and I'm going to build me a place for my darts out of that where I can drill it out. And after that, I'm going to wrap it down with jute. Jute again, I may dye some jute, either camouflage, or I'm thinking about going with like a coral snake color, black and red and yellow, black, yellow and red. Black, yeah, it'll be like that there. It'll be black in between yellow and red in between yellow. I like that pattern. Believe it or not, it's pretty camouflaged in the woods. So let's go look at this shot group over here. My first shot, that was my first shot. It was pretty good, because if you look at my darts, that's the bare dart. I can stretch these out a little bit. That one's coming around, but I think if I heated up some more of that metal and do it again. So I'm going to back up again. We're going to get a couple more shots off. Alright, this is my best dart that I got made so far. Actually, I gotta slide that back. I'm shooting it for the white knot again. Hits hard. Buries in deep. Try this one here. That one's filling out a little bit better. There we go. Let's look at that one again. If you look how these hit, this one here is my best dart that I made so far. And you see how it hits in there straight. That one kind of took an angle because the wind's coming over, it's making an angle. That did the same thing, it sat there, but as far as if I had to shoot something with it, I should be able to hit it. And we're going to see what kind of penetration we're getting out of my bad dart. It's probably the worst of the bunch. I'm getting probably a little over 2 inches out of that. You see my second dart, and not quite so much. Getting about the same penetration out of all of them, and you see where this one hits, because I had that slit all the way up there. Where it hits, it's wanting to slide down, so when I build some more of these, I'm going to put a drop of super glue on there. And what I could also do is I could cut that point off, split that piece of bamboo, make me some broadheads out of old credit cards or shopping cards, and sharpen that thing off and drop it in there and put a little drop of super glue on it, and then you'd have a little plastic broadhead out of it. Or I could make some metal ones, which would be even more deadlier. So Joe Bishop Backwood Parabellum. This is my homemade blowgun. Man, really, I mean, if y'all just don't understand that to me, that's beauty. So if you get a chance to get out there and practice your skills, which if you're a prepper or you're a survivalist, or you just want somebody that wants to know a little bit more about stuff, you're not going to know it unless you get out there and you try it. And you know, the more you try, the better off you're going to be, because when you come time and you need it, you're going to be the one that has that skill to get you through. I'm going to back up and shoot 3 more times just to see what shot group still looks like. We'll back up a little bit farther. The second one was my best start. This is my worst start. I'm still in there. So with that, get out there and practice your skills.